dress. Obviously card-based, fairly royal, awesome heart-shaped skull on the back with glowing eyes. Very nice. So yes, this will be the splash screen on the front of videos for a while, as I'm sure you could guess. Very, very awesome architecture. If it can really be called that if it was grown.
Back to admire your handiwork, returning to the scene of the crime.
It had to be done, Cat. You said so yourself. You and this Red Queen cannot both survive. She is a cancer in your body. Excise her or perish.
Well, she was the face of evil in the heart of darkness.
She didn't treat you too well last time. Lost your head, as I recall.
She was completely deranged. You picked up her crown, but now you've put it down. You must speak to her. What's left of her, anyway?
I think that's the first serious nod to the previous game, aside from, you know, continuing the story, that we've had. For any who have not seen and or played that game, right before you go and fight the Red Queen in the original game, he tells you something, he's about to tell you a little bit more, and then his head explodes. It's quite graphic, really. Well, as graphic as they could get with those primitive graphics. That said, that was a pretty impressive looking game for the time, as I recall. This is strange. This is like the first area I've seen that actually gives you a bit of choice in where you go. Like, I've had a couple different paths I could take. I could have bypassed the little detour entirely and ran up this way. Ugh, to combat. But previously it seems more like, you know, you have one way to go. You can, you know, take a few shortcuts, jump over a few individual platforms, but this was like an entirely different path. So, interesting. It almost makes me wonder if this whole area might have been designed first. A lot more creativity seems to have gone into the design. The level seems a bit more open. I don't know. Also, you know, that's the first major conversation we've had in quite a while. Even the whole caterpillar section was just, go here, now go here. You're stupid, now go here. You know, not much back and forth, as it were. Is that a bad guy or what? What the hell is that? I'm gonna shoot at it. I missed. What is going on here? That guy doesn't look too healthy. He's got a hole in his skull. They don't die the first time. That's kind of cool. I remember way back when this game was first announced, seeing the images of fighting these guys, and they looked so cool. They're still pretty awesome. From a design standpoint, I like the giant cutaway that is their symbol. Their number, their rank really doesn't matter now. They're all dead. They really do swarm you though, don't they? Let's try this. Ah, so you can finish them on the ground. Ah, see? Finally a fun combat mechanic. I like that one. That's a lot more than just, you know, war of attrition. That's, you know, fight them a little bit, do your part, and then if you're quick enough, you can actually finish them early. But you could fail, and it really doesn't matter too much. Just makes your job a little harder. There's skulls hidden in everything. There's a dead rook over there. I wonder if he was in the first game. Is it night? A little sidestepping area before I head over to that dude. Possibly, unless, we'll see. Maybe this guy actually just lets it,
The
or
Red
tells
Kingdom's
us to
in
go over there.
ruins, but you're no better off.
When you defeated her, I tried to reclaim the castle, but I was set upon by her monstrosities. The malignant royal bitch still reigns.
I'm here to petition her. I must get inside.
The only way in is through me. Sacrifices must be made.
Those who say so usually mean they should be made by others.
Cynicism is a disease. It can be cured. Once inside, beware of the outsized killer who patrols her domain. Never confront him. He is invincible. Now, cut me loose. I'll show you the meaning of sacrifice.
Why does his face look familiar? Who does he look like? Well, he's dead now. Ew. Grizzly. I'm gonna head off to the side section real fast. Everything is very slightly warped. Like, it's all dirty and it's all gross. But the parts that should be straight underneath everything else still seem to be a little bit off kilter. Very interesting.
Every picture tells a story. You wouldn't tolerate a book without pictures when you were a girl.
Really? This giant pit equals death, huh? Never would have guessed. Oh. Oh, I accidentally stepped on a button. But yeah, the more I play this level, the more I'm starting to think this place was... It really seems like it was designed first, and a lot of mechanics and design elements and stuff were figured out in this world. And then when they moved on to other places, gradually in varying orders and spots and etc., they either, I don't know if they ran out of money, they ran out of time, people got fired, hired, quit, left, were hired by someone else, whatever, but other areas seem much, I don't know if it's lazier or just lower quality than this one. It's very, very strange, a bit interesting. House down there. Oh, well, that should have been easier. Aha! It wasn't lying.
No bearskin rug before the hearth, no deer antlers on the wall, no taxidermic abominations in the house. Demeans the creature's dignity.
Interesting. She actually does pull the chain in this area, too. On the fish, it seemed like her hands never really quite reached it. I'm thinking I may have been closer with my theory than I realized. Alright. And a bit of backtracking. Another thing I don't think many games have, or many of the areas here have made us do just yet. Whew. Is that going to go away? Nope, apparently it wasn't. I rushed for no reason. But whatever, I made it. And thus I win. Oh, wait. Wasn't? Oh, weird, I got all sorts of turned around right there for some reason. Is this just a side path? Oh, okay, I can loop around though. What? Oh no. No, I came back to an optional battle. Interesting. I wonder if it would have like eaten my brains or something. Damn, it's too late. Ah. Darn yes, card zombies. Well, that doesn't look good. Now, I actually can't recall the king's exact words, but I'm not sure how necessarily
Idiot.
understandable
Don
he
Quixote had a
was.
better chance with his windmills, and without risk of decapitation.
A prudent exit is no less so for being hasty.
Oh, okay, so the door was closed. But yes, this is what the king mentioned of he is invisible, etc., etc. Invincible. I think I just said invisible. So there is no point in killing this guy. So we reach our very first chase segment. Ouch! Which actually is another aspect that's similar to the old game that we have not seen before now. In the old game, there were actually a few, like, run from the giant boulder sections. And usually they were more difficult than they had any right to be. That looks like the direction I'm supposed to go. Is this another one of these? Sort of. A lot of these, like, warped statues that I wonder, like, how many are statues? Obviously there are living chess pieces, but which ones were chess pieces and which ones weren't? That's the problem when you have a entire civilization made out of stone or something like that. If they make carvings and sculptures, do they make them out of
A
stone?
weapon's intended function is almost beside the point. Ultimately, it's only as good as the person who wields it.
Seems like sound advice. But yeah, so, robots. Would they ever build robots? If you had an intelligent species of constructed life forms, would they ever construct more?
The Queen's Guardian rarely leaves his filthy lair, but you're special.
And, I mean, obviously they would build more of themselves, but would constructed life forms ever build, like, Asimo or whatever that, like, Honda robot? I don't actually know what company made that robot. But would they make drones? You know, it's something to consider. Do rock people make rock statues, and do robots make non-sentient robots? So I guess it's almost like, would dog people keep dogs as pets? You go into, like, anthro creatures. At what point do anthro creatures stop worrying about what they can keep as pets? I guess humans keep monkeys as pets, and you know how many comparisons of those there are, so... Oh, that was... These are the kinds of things I think of at 1 in the morning, which is what time it is right now. Thinking I should record at 1 in the morning more often. Actually gives me something to talk about. Seems to improve my play a bit, too. Oh shit, he's back. He's freaking awesome. Not sure how he sees me, though. Considering he has no eyes. Oh. Well, that's inefficient. He should have just killed me.